Hello, fellow dorks. Here we go. Wow, I'm a little bright today. I was shooting some reviews with this, and I kind of bumped up my light intensity. Maybe I'll just lower this light. Whoa. Who cares? You're not here for me. You're here for the game. Legendary Kingdoms, Valley of Bones. Yeah, I actually shot a review of this. I'm almost done. It's written. I've shot. I'm such like a perfectionist. Like I don't like those cuts where you're in the middle of saying something and then it's very obviously that you cut middle and then it kind of like zooms in a little bit more. Like it's like the theater actor in me. Like I want to nail it all in one go. Which is stupid. Hi, how you guys doing? This is a get my mic closer. This is a kind of a rock block of Legendary Kingdoms. Again, my schedule gets a little weird here starting next week. I can play Tuesday, but Morgan, that may be out for you because I couldn't start till an hour later, and I know you are 2 time zones away from us. Mike is already off doing things. Back in a sec. But anyway, that's and I'm really hoping we get pretty far today because hey, AJ's here too. Because I feel like we're making some good progress, and I got onto our Discord, which I put the link to it in the thingy. It's also in the description. I asked on the Discord just because we haven't gotten a lot of spells. And in the beginning of the game, the Everchild just gave us this healing spell. It's just something she knew. And I feel like the one person who knew it, we actually finished the quest last time. We did. I feel like since we're like doing her errand of raising a freaking army for her, the least she could do is teach our new spellcaster the spell that we have lost. So I don't know if we want to retcon it where we just, because again, we didn't know how to get new party members. We were just like, I guess we go to the Everchild. And she's like, oh, here's this guy who will help you on your quest. Maybe she taught him the spell then, or maybe do we have to go back to where she is in Lutenesh? Wherever she is, it starts with an L. And maybe we just like get it. I'm fine with that. That would also help a lot in combat. In some ways, because remember we have the spell that gives us armor, so we could pump someone's armor up really high, and then we could also heal them, so we could create like a big like sponge of a character, so that could help as well. Anyway, that's just a possibility. I'm happy to hear your ideas. I know Morgan's like, yes, we need a healing spell. Yeah, we are in Lutenesh. It's like Luskin's a D&D setting. Back fine with retcon. So do we have it now? And it's just something that the guy just remembered he had. It's like, oh, or maybe he's our wizard. He's like, oh, there's this healing spell. He's like a full-on wizard. He's not like a druid cleric. He's like, I don't dabble in this healing crap, but I guess I can do this. Or should we like try to get back to the Everchild? What is the name of the place she's in? Also, I did add to where I'm about to take us our armies, which isn't super great. It's just but here they are, there's our armies. We got the Lutenesh spears. Oh, that's where we're trying to go. Lutenesh. Wait. Losbreath. We're in Losbreath, and we're going to Lutenesh. And we also have the Faithful Irregulars. But I did just put that little sheet in there. She's in Lutenesh, yeah. So it's up to us. We're currently in Losbreath. And we're kind of done with this area unless we're fighting that stupid bear. I'm assuming... Did we want to hit Tumblestones? So, AJ, I don't know how much you saw, but we did hit the Mordain Ruins. We found the dude we were looking for, and we were like, mission accomplished, let's get out of here. We can arrive via a ship as well. So that is definitely something that we can do. We didn't lose the healing spell, we just dropped it. Yeah, exactly. We didn't lose it, we just dropped it. Down the quicksand with Amelia Pasdain. Fine with the retcon. Yeah, so what do we feel? Do we need to like go there and like check in with her before we get it, or do we just have it? I'm fine for either one. And again, I just feel like that's something the game gave us just right from the get-go, and we just lost it, and that sucks. Because if we had 2 spellcasters, both of them would have known it. I don't think spellcasters can share spells, like, but anyway, that's just something I just thought of. It's like, because again, because of the nature of doing this in a stream, it's more time consuming, and so yeah, whatever. So also here we are. Oh, music. Stupid Avery, your dumb Avery face. So anyway, we're doing a big rock block. We're doing 2 episodes back to back. We may go a little bit long on them, well, longer than the usual, like 75 minutes. We may do like a couple of 90, 105 minutes, take a 15-minute break, jump back into it. Hit. Yeah. Okay. Also, if there's anyone else watching, it doesn't look like it. You're more than welcome to join the chat and play with us. That's what we're here for. We can't get the poison vial in the marketplace here. So do we just hit the inn here and head back to Lutenesh? I don't think we need the inn. I think we're full health, right? I think we're full health. So we don't even need to hit the inn here. Poison vial. Morgan's really into this poison vial. But yeah, I did see a marketplace that had the poison vial. I can't remember if it was Salt Dad or Chalice, but I definitely saw poison. So, those stupid monkeys. And you know that dragon head, there's going to be like some weird freako collector, and he's going to want like a dragon head mounted in his foyer, and he'd give us like 1,000 silver for it, and the freaking monkeys stole it. We can't get the poison here, so just hit the inn and head back to Lutenesh for the spell. So is that the thing? Do we need to go to Lutenesh to get the spell, or do we just have it? Let's hit Salt Dad. Okay, so we're going to make our way north. We'll have a couple of encounters here in the desert as we make our way to Clifftop. Are we not buying the boat yet? We're holding off on the boat. We're going to see what's in Salt Dad, and then maybe come back and get that boat, which can take us around to the Mordain Ruins and Cursus as well. And that's kind of it. We do have the Tumblestones we have yet to see, the Granite Hills and the Black Wall, and the Withered Steppes. So those are like the 3 main places we haven't hit yet. Yeah, let's get the healing spell, then reconsider the boat. Okay, great. Is there any way to increase the number of spells Ding Dong has? Ding Dong is the way that we lovingly refer to as Taekwon. I think you can carry a max of 6 spells. You cannot double up on a spell. For instance, we can't have 2 Ice Bolts memorized, but you can have a max of 6 spells, or 5. I think it's 6. We can double check that. But that's kind of how that works. Okay, let's get into this. Enough talking, Navy. Let's rock. So here we are. We're back into the barbarian land here of Lutenesh, which has been pretty fun for us and pretty good, except for the 600 silver that butthole stole from us that we couldn't, like... I would have turned that into a mission of just tracking him down. Oh, man. My video always freezes when I move to this screen for some reason, so let's give it a second to catch back up here. It looks like it's coming back up. Don't mention him. Yeah, no kidding. Don't mention him. All right. So here we are. I don't think we're fighting the bear. Let's just, head north. We're not heading towards the Tumblestones. We're going northwest, I guess. Did we want, I guess that's a question. Did we want to, like, look at the Tumblestones, or did we want to just head straight north and not even give the Tumblestones any, we'll see him in hell, says Mike. As our way up, did we want to hit the Tumblestones or just stick alongside the Palace of Unbraki, which he has things we want. We're just scared to do it. Skip Tumblestones Palace. Okay, Mike is team. Don't trust anything. We also need to memorize our 2 spells, or pay for our 2 spells that we've cast. And when we pay for them, it's like we have to be at an inn because we need to get components, we need to meditate, and we also like need the material components. That's where that pay for the spell things comes. So let's go, we are going to go towards Unbraki, 890. If you have code 88, let's see if we have that or not. We do not. If not, read on. We've arrived. Seek an audience, attempt to break in, go north. And we're just going north, I'm quite sure. Is there any other options? Yes, but we don't want to do those. Okay, going north. 725. All right, here we are. We're back to this crap. You're wandering the desert, somewhat south of the dilapidated town of Clifftop. The searing heat is quite unbearable, and you struggle to ration your water carefully. Here we go. Typical survival team check, which we've been getting a little bit better. Do I have you guys in my dice app? I do! Yay! Let's start big. Let's start with Aki Hero. You've got 7 dice for this. We need a 4 or above. Here we go. Tosh, then Aki? Okay, we can do Tosh. That's fine. AJ, you'll be Tosh. And I'll be Lord Ding Dong, I guess. Or just whoever rolls first, I'll find you. It doesn't matter. This is like these are pretty rote, these little saves here. We've been doing these pretty frequently. We haven't had a barbarian horde, so that's been pretty nice to have to deal with yet. So yeah, one of you roll, and I'll just click the dice app and see what your roll is here. But we want a 4+. Oh, that's why I'm slowing down. My phone keeps connecting to my computer. Stop it. So yeah, one of you guys roll. AJ's going. We've got a terrible roll from Tasha. She's probably just staring at Sir Jessica's butt. Because, like, Tasha's getting a little thing for Sir Jessica, but Sir Jessica has a thing for Akihiro. Speaking of Akihiro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Akihiro did it all alone. Thank you, Akihiro. If you manage to succeed, we conserve water, traveling mostly at night, sheltering from the worst of the sun. And let's go to Clifftop. That brings us to 19. Yep, we're back here again. Did we want to check the market here? I guess we can hit the inn as well, because I think we get... That's a first. I know Akihiro did it completely on their own. Thank you, Akihiro. Did we want to, since we're here, check the marketplace, see if there's some poison, and also just go ahead and hit the inn here, just so we can get those 2 spells back, which will cost us 100 silver. Are you guys good with that? Okay, great. Let's do that. Marketplace. Let's see what we got here. I can't quite remember. We have... Not much. This place kind of sucks. Yeah, Clifftop kind of sucks. Nothing that we really want. Let's go to... where's it at? Taverns? Is that where we... I guess it was the taverns? Yeah, here we go. 5 silver. I believe we are all full health. Oh, we could play 5. We could pay 5 silver to increase Sir Jessica's by 1. And then we'd also have to pay 100 to get our 2 spells back. So do we want to do the 105 or just the 100, or how are we feeling about that? We've got our current count is 577. So we are hurting a bit for money after Butthole took it all. But yeah, how are we feeling about that? Do we want to what do we want to spend, or oops, I just hit something. 105. Okay. Jess will take the point. Great, let's do it. So 105. Where were we? 577 minus 105 is 472. Right? Well, that's what I say. Okay, so we got our 2 spells back. We got Sir Jessica is back up to max health, and it didn't register. Back up to max health. There we go. And let's go. Let's keep moving, right? Let's go east. I want that money. I know, because we can get a boat here for 500, and that dude took 600. That butthole. Dude, that sucks. I cannot believe we didn't get a code to like track him down. That's so frustrating. Okay. I guess we're just heading east, right? We're just heading back east towards Saltdad. I think that's what we're doing. East. You're making... Oh, here we go. We got some... Mike, you haven't rolled yet. Go ahead and roll our random encounter. Roll a random encounter. Just roll a 1d6. This is where we first met Kapu last time. He's the linguist that is down in the near the jungle, where he wants languages. Like orc being one of them. We found some orcs. I do want to check out those ruins again when we're feeling a little bit better. 466. This looks like where we saw... Yeah, this is Kapu again. But we have sandstorms here are common. The wind whipping up. If you have the spell Nature Ward, we do not. If you have code A19, we do. Turn to 396. This may be bad because last time we were saved from the sandstorm by Kapu. And so we have that code. So he's not going to be there to save us this time. So this may not be the best thing in the world. We may have a survival check coming up. 396. Where is it at? Oh man, I got this pop-up in my way. Stop it. There is no shelter and the storm lashes you cruelly. Survive the sandstorms. Team check. I want to say this isn't too bad. So let's see what we got here. We've got more survival. Let's do the typical Tasha. Earn your keep this time, please. It's the same thing. We want a 4 or above for this. And Tasha, your survival is a 4. So you should at least get like 2 of these. 3. Okay, Aki, we just need 1. That's all we need. Did Morgan run out of luck with her last roll as this sandstorm is coming? Maybe they found like some like a large rock or something out in the middle of the desert to like kind of put to their back, and oh yeah, they're good. Hooray, go team. We survive. If you succeed, you manage to bury yourselves, or we bury ourselves in the sand, which we couldn't do last time very well when the barbarians showed up. 569. Here we go. You are on the west road, somewhat near Clifftop. Where will you travel? We are going east. I'm assuming we don't want to go towards the tumblestones. The sun crawls over the horizon, spreading a gray haze across the boundless desert. Something else we want to buy, if we can find it, is a gray talisman. I think we sold it earlier, but that is a way to increase the fighting skill of somebody. You're pleased to be raised above the sands on the built-up highway, even if the road itself is in a dreadful condition. To the east is a crowded city of Saltdad, which is where we're headed, its palace looming like a gnarled hag. Oh, here we go. Roll a dice. We got another, Mike, roll it again, just because you haven't rolled much. Another random encounter. I feel like last time, did we get the 666? I do remember reading this and being like, uh-oh, 666. Mike rolled a 5. Okay, let's see what we got here. 219. Where do you wish to go? East. All right, here we are. So we've been really tentative about Saltdad. I'll bring up the picture of it here. There's Saltdad. That's where we are. This is where we started. For those of you who don't know, we started in the Gladiator Arena. How we were captured and why, I don't know, but that's where we started. And so since we escaped this city, we're pretty scared of it, but we're kind of like, we're okay. So we have a few things we can do here. The inn, which we don't really need. The marketplace, which we should check for poison. Slave markets, I don't think we've seen the slave markets here, but elsewhere, that's where we are able to get new party members if somebody dies. Visit the palace, we have never done. Head to the barracks of the Bronze Guard. Those are the people we're supposed to kill with poison. Don't quite know if we want to do that yet. That could be just a little hit and run mission. It's not like full out assault like you would need an army for, but that is definitely a little scary. People, I never roll survival checks this well, says Morgan, who is getting very nervous for what this bodes in our future. Check out the Thieves Guild. We did do that. We had a mission and we failed. Visit the Temple of Cursus and the Temple of Kalu and explore the city. Those are our options, but let's hit the market first just to remind ourselves what's here. Don't see the poison here. Oh, vial of poison. Oh, we can sell it. Maybe I just saw where we could sell it. But there is a vial of poison right there. An engagement ring. Interesting. Okay, so what we can buy. None of this is looking great. We don't have anything that we want to sell at the moment. Soft boots would give us some stealth. But again, we only have 472 gold. Nothing. There's nothing here worth buying. And we can sell a poison, but we can't get it. All prices are in silver. You can only buy an item if it has a listed price. Okay. I'm actually, maybe I was wrong about that, Morgan. Maybe the poison, unless it was in Chalice, but maybe it's not something we can do. So we did the marketplace. I guess we could try the marketplace at Chalice. Exactly. Hopefully not a goose chase. No kidding. I remember seeing it on a list, and maybe it could have been that list. I hope not. Is there anything else we want to do here, though? Because we haven't done that much in this city. We have not seen the temples. The Temple of Cursus, at least according to other places, where they, like, ritually torture people, I think. So whoever this Cursus god was a sack of doo-doo. We can go to the marketplace, slave market, visit the palace. Again, we are runaway slaves, so I don't know if that's the best thing in the world for us to do. Head to the barracks. That's where we're on our poison mission. We have these 2 temples and explore the city. Yeah, should we check out who the Temple of Kalu is? I'll put it up here so you guys can see it better. I don't know much about this deity. Do we know much about this deity? I'm happy. Sure, let's try Kalu. This maybe there's like a freaking benevolent god in this area. Okay, Kalu. If you have code A1, we do not. We have A2. The Temple of Kalu is nothing more than a pile of rubble. Oh. The religion has been decreed heresy by the patriarchs of Cursus, and the temple has been torn down. Mystified at this barbaric zealotry, we return to the city center. It sounds like maybe we return here on some, like, holy mission to re-raise it or something, but okay. Apparently, maybe Kalu was the benevolent one and it was torn down. It seems like Cursus has a tendency of wiping out other religious sectors. There's been a couple of, like, other little, like, towns and stuff like that we've seen. The Snake People, I feel like, the Temple of the Unbroken that we went to, I feel like they were mad at Cursus for destroying their temple. All right, well, gosh, is there much more for us to do? The slave market? I'm just going to click on it. Just to see what we have here. The Salt Dad slave markets sell flesh from all across the valley. Some are unfortunate who have crossed the jealous desert kings, others who have been plucked, dying from dehydration. I got a little fruit fly bugging me. From the waterless wastes. Most are miserable-looking specimens in rags and heavy chains, but every so often, a promising candidate will show up. If you have fewer than 4 party members, blah, this is where we can get the people. It costs 200 silver to buy another party member. Remember... Okay, yeah, that's it. Let's see. Have we explored the city? I feel like maybe we're exploring... Was this where we were exploring the city? Maybe that was Chalice, and we saw the rope dangling from a window, and we, like, tried to climb it. We can also try the Thieves Guild and check in with them, but they may not have anything for us. Go to hell. Why is there a fruit fly in here? Or maybe it's just a gnat. Yeah, what are we feeling? Those things seem to be like the two... We're not ready to do the Bronze Guard. We don't have the poison for it. I feel like we may be able to pull that one off. That may earn us some, like, kudos. But, again, if we fail that, then we're going to have, like, the entirety of the barracks on us. And I don't think that's a fight we're quite wanting to do at the moment. But it looks like the two options we really have here are Thieves Guild, I guess the Curses Temple, or Explore the City, which we may have done. Anything jumping out at anyone? I'll just take the first one that... Kalu is Kapu's deity, I think. Oh, that makes sense. So, then Kalu is the god of, like, kind of like history and time, I believe. Can we scope out the Bronze Guard? I don't know. I guess we could scope it out, sure. Let's see. Head to the barrack. It doesn't say go into and try to poison them. It just says head to it. So, oh, that's why Morgan wants those soft boots. Because it does feel like that mission is going to be send Tasha in to, like, pour the poison while everybody else, like, tries to create a distraction kind of things that we've come up in the past. Check out the Curses Temple later. All right, everyone's still a little scared here in Salt Dad, where it all began for us. Yeah, what are we... Yeah, which one we got? So we have check out the temple later. AJ's like, can we at least scout out the Bronze Guard? Or can we explore the city? Or we can try the Thieves Guild again, which we do have a relationship with. But we failed the mission they gave us, which stinks. The missions we've had, like our 2 heists we have failed. That kind of stinks. But again, AJ helped us. We did retcon because we actually did help the Rosses out finding some... we can go to the Bronze Guard, but not enter. Explore City, Bronze Guard, Curses, Thieves Guild. Okay. Mike's got a... he's got our itinerary. He's our travel guide. All right, so that's fine. Let's do that. Let's go to Explore the City. Okay. Explore the City, which we may have done. Let's see. Let's see if this looks familiar. If you have code A1, we don't. If you have A7, we do. If you have A7 and do not have A13, check. You have been charged by the Everchild to attempt to destroy Malornak the Death Engine. This will be a fearsome task indeed. If you would like to spy on the palace until you see him emerge, or if the Everchild's request is too much for you. This sounds like, are we jumping Malornak the Death Engine? No, says Morgan. Yeah, that seems like a little bit much at the moment. 75, says Mike. Okay. Okay. Well, you know that's what we're doing. We're just jumping him in the streets? Okay, he's like Izek Strozny in Curse of Strahd. I'm not worried about the Baron, but I am worried about the guy with a big crab arm who can shoot fire out of it. Okay, all right, so that was that. We can take him. Shut up, AJ. Explore the city. Let's check out the Bronze Guard. So let's go check those guys out. Head to the barracks of the Bronze Guard, 390. The Bronze Guard live in a large, low compound with reinforced walls, just adjacent to the palace. Guards are everywhere. Those servants, that's our inn, flow through the gates, delivering food, water, and other materials into the building. If you have A7, we do, and do not have A8, which we do not, turn to 684. Okay. The Everchild asked you to poison the Bronze Guard in their compound. If you'd like to do this now... Nope. Okay, so those are our options. Like, are you doing what the Everchild wants you to do? And we're like, not yet, thank you. How bad can he be? He can be real bad. He looks like Juggernaut from the X-Men cartoon. He looks terrifying, and he's a golem, and I feel like we need information on golems from an area to our north. Actually, I have that in my notes. Where was that at? Where was that at? Where is that at? The golem stuff. Cursus, Poison Link Guard, Akihiro, Drake Hollow. Oh, butts. Where did I put that? Kapu, Orcs, Ruin Harbor. I don't know. At one time, I had information about, oh, Golem stuff. It's here. Chalice, Saltdad, Cursus, Law's Breath. Oh, here we go. Animus Most, which is the place to our north, I believe. But that is where we can get Golem information, which we may want, because it may help us, like, shut them down or something like that. Okay. What did that lead us with Mike's? Oh, gosh darn it. Doing that covered up my... Oh, there it is. What did Mike feel? I almost feel like we need to step into other books to finish this one. Oh, I do, too. I feel like this is... Yeah, we're not supposed to close out this book and then move on to another one. We're supposed to, like, do some stuff and then move into another book. And we can either go west or north. And I think both of those books are finished. There's 2 books done. I mean, 3 overall out of 6. So we may have... I know the Splintered Isles is available in something called Crown and Something Else, which is... I don't know. Well, I'll do my due diligence when it feels like we're ready to move to a new book. Let's check out the Temple of Cursus. So actually, we don't have as much going on here as I thought we would. The Temple of Cursus in Saltdad is a flat-topped black stone ziggurat, some 3 stories high. Inside its cool depths, incense burns and the ragged poor beg for mercy from the hard-faced priests of Cursus. Oh, god of judgment. Okay. If you have incense... Oh, that's kind of cool. If you have incense... Do we? You may exchange some for a blessing from the priest. Find the party member with the lowest stealth score in the team and increase their stealth by 1. I mean, which is fine, but... I think we probably have a tie for stealth, don't we? Sarjessica has a stealth of 1. Oh, we can increase Sarjessica's stealth by 1. We usually don't... we may have sold our incense, and you're probably right. Usually we do team checks, and you take the 2 highest scores. To increase Sarjessica's stealth by 1 to a 2... probably isn't the greatest of things. And we can't... I don't think we have incense anyway, so we can't do that. Actually, I can look very easily and see if we have our incense. It would be on this page. Whoa. Do we have incense? Bumping Jess stealth up is not worth it. Yeah. But good to know. I will take a note of that because the other place, though, which one was it? If we had that stupid gray talisman, which we sold, we could increase someone's, like, fighting by 1. And fighting is always needed. That's like the stat we always want a lot of. So that one would definitely be worth it if we find another Grey Talisman. And that's at the Temple of Crom, back in by the jungle town of Law's Breath. But this is Cursus Temple in Saltdad. Incense. It's so funny to see how this is... Cursus Temple in Salted Incense. It's just funny to see how autocorrect is changing this up. Bumping fight health, yeah. Bumping fighting and health is always good. Which again, we bumped up. Lord Taekwon is wearing his amulet of health. Increase lowest stealth. Okay, in the notes. And okay, that's pretty much it. You may receive some ritual scarring. These happened earlier across our chest. These priests are bound to perform this service for any who request it. We would lose a point of health permanently. But we do get ritual scarring to the notes section, our character box, which I don't know why we would do that. Maybe it gets us a little in when we go to Cursus, but we don't know. So, okay, note to self. That's, I think all we have left is the guild, right? Okay, I thought we had like all of this stuff to do in Saltdad, which we have 2 very large things to do, which is kill Malornak and take out the elite Towns Guard. But maybe the ritual scarring avoids the tax. That's true. But we did also hear the monkeys would have stolen it anyway. if we arrive by boat, which still costs us 500 freaking silver. I just still feel like we do need a boat. That's one of our ways to leave. I'm assuming is head west or into the Splintered Isles. Or we can go through this cave where the dragon was. All right, let's check. I feel like we tried this Thieves Guild thing. We wanted to check back in with them, and they're like, guys, you tried and you failed. You suck. It will be difficult indeed to track down the Thieves Guild without a contact. If you have A5, which I'm sure we do. Boink. We do. Turn to 216. Check. Let's go 216. You make your way... Here we go. You make your way to the city of... You make your way under the city to see Brecken, the leader of the thieves gang you encountered in the tunnels beneath the arena. He is pleased to see you again and celebrates the occasion by opening a bottle of wine. If you have A10, we do. You chat with your old partner about your many adventures. If you have A11, we don't. Otherwise, you spend the splendid evening together and retire in the city. I think we're done here. Do we head east? Let's pull out the map. Again, we're doing a bit of retconning, headed to see the Everchild to get that spell. But we could also go back to Chalice. I feel like the only things we left in Chalice were Akihiro's quests, which we could go have him get his butt kicked again. Morgan's on a hot streak. Maybe she can take out the monks this time. We could also try the Withered Steppes. The caves of Uranus is not fun because that's where somebody died. It feels like we needed some information about that, and I'm curious if that is Akihiro's quest. But yeah, it looks like yeah, let's go to Lutnesh. Okay, all right. I thought we had more to do in the city. We're just doing a little bit of cleanup here. Lutnesh. I would love some information about these other places. Okay, where we got here? Head east. 177. You're traveling on the Great West Road. Blah, blah, blah. Lutnesh. You have come to Lutnesh. Blah, blah, blah. We've read all this before. The rice farmers, that's the dude who wanted us to go to that stupid temple and get his wife's brooch, which we never found and had a TPK. So we can go kick the hell out of that guy. But let's go to the Cold River Inn. Cold River Inn, here we are. If you have A6 or C17. We have A6. We sure do. A7. We do. You're in the Everchild's hideout in Lutnesh. Around you, generals and captains of her two crappy armies. Oh, gosh, you guys aren't even on the page. Sorry. Swirl in preparation for the forthcoming battle. Yeah, about that. We haven't been too good about getting your armies. Getting you guys back to the book, where my screen will freeze a bit more. Take opportunity to rest. Speak with the Everchild. Order the attack. We'll call this speak. If you have A20... If you have code A28. Nope. You speak with her about your adventures. She says, I'll give you money. If we have fallen on hard times and have no money or equipment, she'll help us out. We take our leave. Okay. So, we got that spell. It is called Soothing Touch. And it restores 5 health to, if you remember, in our first or second session, she made this little magic sigil with a circle, and it was like a healing spell for us. And it is called Soothing Touch, and it allows us to heal, I'm pretty sure, 5 health. 263 is our number. I'm going to actually quickly search this. I'm going to just do a keyword search. Soothing. Soothing Touch. There it is. 5 health. Okay. So, just want to see what that was. And let's go back to 263. So, and you can see right here, if you have any spellcasters in your team, they can learn the following spell. I don't know why she would not let us know this again. So, Soothing Touch, we can use it in adventure or combat. Your hands glow with divine energy. Choose one of your party members. They can restore 5 health points. Okay, whatever. She just taught this to us. Don't care. We're going to retcon that or add that little rule in there because we are. And it just makes Lord Ding Dong a little bit better because he's been a little bit hamstrung. And honestly, that armor spell isn't great unless we kind of have the ability to heal someone back up. So I'm just going back to 263, which is where we were. And then I guess we're just headed to the marketplace in leave Lutnesh. You stroll away from Lutenesh, the sun climbing into the sky. We are headed east towards Chalice. You've come to the banks of a wide river, blah, blah, blah. Originally built as act of faith. We've read all this. Oh, we got that bridge that we have to cross. Are we paying the 40 because we're terrified? I feel like the wolf spell is better, or does he have access to it? I don't think, I think when you build your characters, you decide then and there what spell you want. I don't think you have access to switch them out. I think that was just their spell. I know. I think that wolf spell, you know, the second we would get that wolf spell, it wouldn't matter. All of a sudden we'd be making all of our survival checks. But that would have been a really good spell. And we overlooked it both times. Well, I guess Barry chose his spells because we did kind of kill his character when he wasn't playing. But the armor thing, again, now that we can heal someone, if we bump up their armor, we can throw damage their way and then heal it. So those two things in tandem may work out really well for us. Yeah, but what are we feeling in regards to, are we taking this bridge, which costs 40 silver, which would knock us down to 432, or are we crossing the river using one of the rope bridges, which, as it says, the bridge stands wide and strong, dozen wagons. That's the good one. A fee of 40 is required to cross it, a steep price. You notice that there is a slimmer, lisp, tooth. You notice that a slimmer, flimsier bridge made of rope and wood also crosses the river, though few people seem willing to use it. I'm just terrified of that thing. We have lost a character. I'm just to falling into quicksand. I'm terrified of that bridge. So yeah, I guess the question, where can we get the info on golems? That is in a place called Onimus Most. Let me pull up the map real quick, AJ. And I think that's to our north. Let me pull out the big map here. Bring to front. There, Onimus Most. If you can see, it looks like this wizard's tower. We can go that way. To get there, we go through the tunnels, which is right off the Stonewall, the Stonewall mountains, or whatever you want to call them, mountain range. But that's where I read somewhere there's information on golems. So, and I don't know. So, the books that are out, our book, Valley of Bones, I think the Splintered Islands is out, as well as either Drake Hollow or this Longsport Bay area. It would probably make sense that the two areas we could go to, I've got an alfalfa going with my hair, that we can go to, like, which would be Drake Hollow, would be one that's available, and the Splintered Islands, but I don't quite know what's available. So I'm assuming it's Valley of the Bones, Drake Hollow, Splintered Islands, this kind of Longsport Bay area, Pendralore, and then Savage Lands. I'm assuming those are the 6 books. But yeah, that's where it is. No, it's not. I think it's 40 person. I think it's 40 for just. I have to take my dog out. Okay. To answer your question though, Morgan, it's 40 for the party. I'm pretty sure. A fee of 40 silver. So yeah, are you guys feeling about the? Are we paying that 40 silver and just not risking? We've had bad trouble, like in Chalice. We granted, Akihiro failed by 1 roll. Ooh, that's an awful freeze. Like, whoa! If you guys see it how I am, it looks like I was like drunk sorority girl picture. Where have we not been in the Valley of Bones? We have not been to Cursus. Pay the 40 silver. Okay, we have not been to Cursus. I think I was talking about this earlier. I'll do it real quick. I'll just keep jumping back and forth between this and the map. We have not been to. Bring to front. The caves of Uranu we walked to and immediately lost somebody. Like we just rolled randomly. Which cave do you take? We're like, well, we rolled randomly, and it said if you have code, do this, which makes me think someone would have given us information on how to navigate these tunnels. That place we're terrified of because quicksand dead. The Withered Steppes we have never been to, and we haven't heard anything about it. The Bayan Island down to our south we've not been to. The Mordain Ruins is where there is that dungeon with the orcs in it, which we have not completely explored. We have not been to Cursus because we get taxed pretty heavily, but we heard we are not taxed if we arrive via a boat. With Temple of Unbroken is destroyed. The Granite Hills and the Black Wall, we've heard that people come kind of fascinated with it, like what's the point of this wall? And then they end up disappearing. Tumblestones we have not been to. Those are the places we've not been to. Here in Chalice, where we're about to get to, Akihiro has his personal quest. He has a couple of quests, actually. He needs to bring honor back to him and his family. So he has to, like, kind of go through this little fight with these monks, which he got really close last time, but he still got beat up. And he didn't complete it. And then his family and his, like, stepbrother's like a real sack of doo-doo to him. So he doesn't, Akihiro's got some, again, Aki's got some issues. And Tumblestones, yeah, we don't know anything about that. So there are, like, little pockets that we haven't been to. The reason we haven't gone is because after we've gone to the caves of Uranu, which I think is the god of death, we were kind of scared to go places that we haven't been sent to. But again, we had a quest at the Temple of the Unbroken, and we got our butts handed to us. So anyway, that's what's going on. Closing up the map again, going back to the screen where I'll get a little choppy here for a second. So we're going to pay and cross this. I'll take that off our sheet right now. We paid 40. Was at 432. We would be at like 1,000 right now if we didn't give that butthole our money. Okay, let's cross. Pay the 40. Let's go to 450. Here we go. Back to Chalice. Let's see what was here. So here's Chalice. Pretty cool. This is more of our kind of like Indian / more like kind of Asian themed area. Akihiro's in our party. He can visit his house, but Akihiro's probably not doing that because he hasn't done what he said he would do. The marketplace, definitely checking that out. The inn in the foreign quarter. A 10-day temple. And did we go to the Tower of Oneness? I think we did. I think that is where we got a bit of an info dump. That's where we found out stuff about like Onimus Most and all that stuff. That's where we got our info dumps, was in that library there. We didn't go to see the Emperor, I don't think. And we did explore the city. So let's check out the market and see if that poison is available. Again, it may not be. Maybe I just saw someone would buy it somewhere. So let's hit this. I'm looking ahead like a butthole, not allowing you guys. What can we get here? Again, we just don't have a lot of money. Steel longsword. They don't have poison. Crap. Oh well, we're not in the mood to kill a town's guard. I'm sure poison will come up at some. We'll meet some sketchy people who will sell us some poison. I'm sure at some point. Right. Right. So, what do we have here that... Wow, that steel longsword that we have, we could sell for 400. We're not gonna, but that thing is worth a lot. It's worth 800. Soft boots. This is something that Morgan really wants for Tasha, I'm assuming. But it's 500. We don't have 500. We have, again, 400 something. Yeah, not great. Not great. Not great. I'm going to just assume we're just going to leave because there's nothing to get here. We have excellent track record of successful transactions with rogues. Yeah. Says Mike. What are we doing? We've just gone around we did get a spell. We got the healing spell, so that's kind of all we've really done. We've looked around Salt Dad and realized, okay, all that's really left here is to kind of like overtake the town. I don't think anything will happen if Akihiro goes back home. We have... let's explore this city. I feel like we've done this. If you have an A5, which I think we do. We do. You have a most pleasant stroll through Chalice. The streets are peaceful and the people orderly. You have a cup of rice wine by the river to relax. And watch the dune swans and chicks paddle. That's it. Yeah, we failed that. That was where the guy, there's like this master thief climbing into a window, and we got up and we like tried to surprise him, and he ran away, and he had like all this treasure and crap like that, and we failed. I guess it's gonna come down to Akihiro. I guess we could go back to the palace and talk to the Emperor. Oh no, I know what this was. Going through the city, this is when or buy a boat and set up. We can't even buy the boat is the problem, Mike. We need like 68 more silver. I think the goat. The goat. We want a goat. I think the boat cost 500 silver. I think. But I agree, Mike. Yeah, we can't buy poison here either. I was wrong. I saw it on a list, but it's for sale. I'm sure we'll find a place to buy it again. I hope. Those freaking monkeys. Those monkeys screwed us over. And again, if Amelia was still alive, we could have cast Speak with Animals and not had to do that. Is there anything we don't need that we can sell to fund our boat? That is true. Instead of pulling those things up and pulling the screen, I'm going to read what we have. The pry bar. Crude weapons. So let's go to the market and see what these are worth here. Those seem to be the two most things that we can sell. But let's... so the thing in the city was, remember the people are arguing about, do we have a second funeral for this architect? That was our city encounter here. Visit the marketplace. Let's see here. An iron sword. Again, we can't do that. We can't sell it for 100. So Mike is talking about, Mike says, ideas for what's next. Explore the Mordain dungeon, since, again, we are more full up on resources. We could navigate that dungeon where the orcs were. We have no idea how strong the orcs are. I have pencil and paper, so I can actually make a map. Or buy a boat and set out on the open seas. That sounds terrible. So, let's see what we can sell. We can sell one of our iron swords, which would reduce somebody's fighting skill by 1. And we could sell that for 100 and then afford a boat. I don't know if that's worth it. We could sell our steel longsword, which would decrease Akihiro's fighting score from a 4 to a 5, because then we would have to buy an iron short sword. So that would give us a net profit of 200 silver. Let's see what else we could sell. Shield wouldn't do it for us. Hide armor wouldn't give us enough. The cloak would give us 250, but that's survival, and we are all scared of losing any survival skill. The handsome brooch would give us 250, but that's Tasha's. The pry bar would give us 50, and that's still not enough. Yeah, that's where we are. What are your thoughts on this? No to selling the longsword. Yeah, I agree. We really don't have much. No, we don't, because those monkeys. I'm telling you, man, those monkeys. And because, again, Amelia, that's Amelia's ghost laughing at us. So what are we thinking here? But what the chat is saying is dungeon or boat then. We can go back to Clifftop and see how much the boat was worth. In my head, it was 500. Maybe it was 400. Let's pull out the map. Our handy dandy map. Boom, map. So here we are. We're in Chalice. I think it was 500, says AJ. I say we go off script and go after the monkeys and get that con man. No kidding, right? Like, I'll just give us a series. I'll just DM this thing. I will give us a series of, like, fights. The con man's gonna be easy. The monkeys, not so much. Okay, everybody's saying the rickety boat is 500. We'll have to sell something. We could sell we can sell one of our brooches. I don't know if we want to do that, but we could sell one of our brooches. That gives us a +1, but yeah, I don't know. So here we are. We're in Chalice. Excuse me. Screw those caves. We can leave. Oh, or do we have Akihiro try to fight the monks again? We'll have to heal him, so that'll cost a few silver. Dungeon to maybe get money for the boat. That is true. Do you remember the orcs that were gambling? There were orcs there gambling. We can make do we want to go south, like hit the Withered Steps, walk by the Broken Temple, which I don't think anything's going to happen there. It's destroyed. So we could just start making our way south and just, do we want to like just look at what the Granite Hills are in the Black Wall as we make our way to the ruins? But I can give it a shot. Ooh, we're going to try a little redemption. Okay, Akihiro. I mean, we are here. This is kind of a tough place to get to. All right, Aki. Last time you failed by 1. Have we increased? Okay, let's see if we've increased your fighting skill. Because if you remember, I don't think we've increased your fighting skill. You have a better weapon, but your fighting stat has not been increased. You still have a 4 because you are fighting without weapons. So you are not a better... Exactly. Morgan just says it's unarmed. You haven't gotten any better. You've just gotten a better weapon, which you can't use. You could get lucky. Last time I feel like your rolls were a little unlucky. What do you think? That's up to that's up to you, Morgan. If you're willing. Oh, we do have the healing spell. I think it's actually cheaper to go to the inn to heal you than it would be to use the healing spell, because that would cost us 50 to heal. But you have better armor, and it didn't say you're unarmored. That is true as well. That's true. I think you had one... You may have had a shield last time, so you have 1 more point of armor. And it came down to the difference of 1 point. Because, yeah, I mean, it did not say anything about you lose your shield. It just said you can't use your weapons. That's up to you, Morgan. That is true. That is up to you. We will defer to your wisdom if you want to do this or not. Let us know how you're feeling. Are you feeling lucky? Let's do it. Good job, Morgan. Morgan's rolling the dice a lot more lately here. Not figuratively, but okay, here we go. Let's where the heck were we? Here we go. 450 chalice, blah blah blah. Akihiro. Nope, he's not going home. Because this may open up some stuff for us here. Find an inn. No. Attend the temple. I think it was the temple, right? Yeah. Okay. The common temple of Chalice are dedicated to the strange meditative religion. They are open structures without walls, although low wooden screens are used to separate the different orders of worshippers. You are surprised that no one worships the God King, but merely pays reverence to his immortal insights. You cannot receive blessings here since there is no external god to bless you. Instead, all truth and beauty must be found through the process of long introspection. If you have Akihiro in your party... Alright, here we go. Lots of code questions. If you have 53, we do not. If you have 52, we do not. 51, we do not. Or 50, we do not. Alright. It has been many years since you set foot in a temple. Nope. Been here before, baby. Last time you were here, you pledged your spirit to become a Kensai, a sword saint. However, just like your father and his father before him, your soul was found wanting, and you were cast out in the temple in disgrace. You are unable to achieve enlightenment, a vital step to becoming a holy warrior. There is said to be a curse on your family that prevents the firstborn son in your line from achieving perfection. You see a gang of monks, I almost said mongrels, that would have been weird, recognizing you, move to block your approach to the temple. You feel shame rising in your throat, and make ready to leave when a familiar old man bustles between you. Ah, Akihiro. Surely you have not traveled the world to shun your home. It is Hanu, a wise old monk, and once a Kensai himself. I am unwelcome here, you say, hiding your eyes from the monks. Come on, Aki, let's do this. That's your problem, dude. It's self-esteem. If you are ever to throw off your family's curse, you must be stronger than that, says Hanu. If you can reach me alone, I am ready to begin your training anew. It is not important to you, then leave. You see the monks snarl, clenching their fists. All right, you ready? Morgan says probably not. Okay. You inform your companions to stand aside. Gazing directly into the eyes of the opposing monks, you strip away your weapons belt and throw it to the side. Armed with only your fists and your shield and hide armor, the monks adopt fighting stances. Believe in yourself, Aki. Because you have no weapon, you cannot add a fighting bonus. However, because you're familiar with the unarmed style of the monks, you do not lose a point. So, you have a 4 is what you have. I mean, I wonder if we could cast the shield spell on her here as well. Is that cheating? Like, it probably is. Because we may be cheating with the armor thing. Here we go. Let's see what they hit on half their hits. All right. You are first, Morgan. Akihiro, stepping up to the plate. You need a 4 or above. You roll 4, so you are averaging doing. That's okay. That's 2. They are down to 6. here they go. Here they go. So you've got them down to 6. I don't feel like writing this, so AJ, you were the one who kept me on track last time. Keep me on track if I start screwing these numbers up. So they attack 5. They need, and you still have 3 points of armor. They need a 4 or above. Let's roll low. That's not bad. 1. Akihiro, roll, you get to just roll 1 dice. Whoops, hang on. I rolled that on accident. Good thing I didn't roll that in the other one. Morgan, roll your 1 dice, and you want this to be a 4, 5, or 6. Because again, with armor, you roll whatever number's the lowest. Dang it. 1 point of damage. I can keep track of this at least. So it's 7 to 6. That's good. We're in the lead. We're in the lead. We're in the lead. You are back up, Morgan. Roll your, so everybody's kung fu fighting. And you've done some punches and kicks. And let's see how your roundhouse does. Chuck Norris style. I'll call that a 5 because more of the 5 is showing. So that is another 2. You need a 4 above. Great. They are down to 4. Here they go. So the 5 monks, you're just kind of spinning and ducking and kicking and yeah. What they do? They do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. A much better roll. Sorry. Wow, that's 4. You have 3 armor, so you can roll 3d6. 3d6. And they have 4 health. You want these to all be 4, 5s, and 6. Dang it, not great. You took... So wait, did you take 4 damage that time? So 1 went through automatically, and you blocked 1, so you just took 3? Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, please. I feel like she took 4 points of damage in my last roll. 1 went through automatically, and then she blocked 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we are tied at 4 to 4. This is... I can't see the chat. Where's the chat at? Oh, darn it. I lost the chat. Let me know, chat, if I'm doing that right. 3 damage, yeah. Okay. Okay, Akihiro, you are up. It is tied, so they started ganging on you. That's better. 3. They are down to 1. They are down to 1. Right? Their health, yes. Okay. I rolled really well last time. Hopefully I roll really garbagey this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So bloodied and bruised and battered. They all do one last, like, just rush on you. And let's see how it goes. God dang it. I rolled well again, too. Shoot. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 hits. 1 is automatic. Let's roll your, roll 1 is automatic, so you're down to 3. Let's see how this goes. Come on, come on. Down to 3, 4, 5. Wait, down to 3, 2, 1. You have 1 left. You have 1 health left. Okay. Redemption time. You need to roll 1 dice above a 4. And you're rolling 4 of them. Come on, Akihiro. Yes! Good job, Aki. Okay. Hooray. I'm going to just make sure to adjust your health. There we go. Finally. Good job. Okay, if you win, turn to 9. Good job, Akihiro. Okay, turn into 9. Boing. Ooh, this is with a high kick. With a high kick, you send the final monk sprawling. The other monks in the temple lower their eyes and return to their duties. Unwilling to block your progress further, you retrieve your weapon and march smartly into the temple. Hanu is waiting for you, cross-legged on the floor. You join him in meditation for an hour or so, your companions venturing elsewhere in the city, bored out of their minds, but they can see that you're safe. It is rare for a supplicant to be granted the trials of perfection twice, or thrice. But you are an unusual man, Akihiro. I almost started singing your mean one, Mr. Grinch. You must know that your father never returned from the trials, but I sense in you a steel he never had. I wonder if he's sending us to those stupid caves. Thank you, Hanu, you say, bowing your head. There would be little point in having you study at the temple. You are already skilled in your craft, shrugs Hanu. Instead, I shall send you straight onto your tasks. 2 must be completed before you are deemed worthy. It is traditional to send an applicant to retrieve some trifling artifact as proof of dedication. It's a tedious matter, since the only item of true worth is enlightenment. Therefore, I bid you to find a silver idol. Find yourself, Akihiro, while you are at it. Wise, wise man. Where can I find a silver idol, you ask, unsurely? I am sure more than one exists, but a man of open mind and willingness to embrace his destiny might find one in the caves of Uranu. That place has tested and slain many a Kensai aspirant and friends who happen to be want to be druids. Go wisely, Akihiro. I shall see you soon. Gain code A50. You rise, bow, and rejoin your companions. Now remember, at this stupid temple to our south, I do remember in the beginning it says if you have Akihiro and code something, it said turn to something else. If not, roll a d6 and walk randomly in this death trap. Okay. Morgan said, now I'll probably have to fight the old guy. Thankfully, you didn't. He didn't heal us, which I felt like he could have, like, enlightened us enough to heal us. But that's fine. So, what are we doing? We are here, but I mean, is this our redemption tour? Are we going to try and just see if it is difficult in this temple dedicated to the god of death? See if it's any easier. Again, remember, it was survival checks that we were failing. We've gotten a little bit better. Oh, I know, right, Morgan? She said she was hoping to get a level in fighting. Maybe after this? But let's, well, first off, let's go to the inn. Let's heal Akihiro up while you all discuss what we're doing here. Whoops, I hit Marketplace because I'm a dummy. Find an inn in the foreign quarters. Here we go. Nothing here is different. Okay. 5 silver. Akihiro is down 7. Good job, Aki. You barely pulled that out. Good job. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 35 silver. That's going to put us down to 397. To heal Akihiro back up to full health. So, we are losing money, but we did open up a new quest. Sure, let's try the caves again, but not that much left on the map. All the other stuff is either mysterious, scary, or I'll kick our butts worse. We'll take psychic damage in the caves. Okay. So we're doing it? Okay, redemption tour. We were not expecting to do this, but let's go for it. Okay, we leave. Ready to leave. 450. What are we doing? We're going back to where we never wanted to go. Leave the city south along the cold river. Remember they told us, it was like, that is a barren wasteland. You'll die out there. But we'll see. 346. You're on the eastern bank of the cold river, a wide, life-giving waterway. To the north lies the beautiful city of Chalice. Abutting the side of the river comes a series of steep desert hills, riddled with caves said to contain hordes of vicious monsters. These are the infamous caves Uranu, named after the valley god of the underworld. Explore the caves. If you have, there we go, A50 and Akihiro. We didn't last time. We rolled randomly. Amelia stepped in quicksand and died. So here we go. Are we ready for this? Let's go. Anu of Chalice asked Akihiro to search for a silver idol in the caves of Uranu. However, he has been instructed to search for the idol alone. Oh my god, this is terrifying. I mean, does Aki, like, have some idea where to go? I know. Oh my gosh. How you feeling, Aki? Oh man. Oh man, that is intense. What are you, Bye, guy. Are you doing it? You're going for it, Morgan? I guess you can turn around. But, like, if you die alone, you die. We can't get you. We wouldn't know where you are. Your full health. Let's look at that armor spell real quick and just see if we can... you want to do this, Aki? Or bye, guys. Sick. Let's look at the armor spell. I have to. Okay. I'm going to see if we can cast that spell on you. Like, I think it's just, like, good for a combat. But let's see... Oh, it may be a combat spell. But let's see where we are. We are at 699. I think it's a combat spell, so we can't cast it out of combat. And you can, like, wear it like mage armor for as long as you want. But we're at 699. Whoop. Looking for the spells. Yeah, Armor of Heaven, combat spell. Okay. Yeah, let's buff Aki up if we can. I don't think we can. So you're down for this, Morgan? You think you we will trust your insight and wisdom. You have a good sword. Your survival's better. I mean, I'm assuming that's what you're going to need to navigate this cave. Lore, your lore's so garbage. I don't know how they would expect you to do this. What level is this? We don't know. None of this is leveled. Like, we have no idea. I don't even know what level we are. Yeah, what are you feeling here? But yeah, that's it's up to you. Final God, what was the final answer? That's what it was. It's just a roll of the dice. Yep. So are you doing it or not? What's going on? You going for it? Again, I don't care either way. I'm happy. I want you guys to do what you guys are going to do. All right. Everybody hugs Akihiro. Tasha's probably like, go die, go die. Then I get Jess to myself. Go die. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. There's nothing we can do, right? I'm thinking of our spells. Can't heal because you're healed. The other ones are combat spells. Ooh, let's see if there's any items. Aki already has our best sword. I feel sick. Shield and hide. I'm also scared if we give him, like, our glittering necklace to increase his charisma. He dies, and then we lose the Amulet of Health, which Lord Taekwon has. That could bump up Akihiro's health by an extra 1. The pry bar could be useful, like in case he needs to pry something open. So I'm just going to read things Sir Jessica has. I'm going to read things that are different. Seal of House... so, things Sir Jessica has. The glittering necklace, which would increase Akihiro's charisma by 2. The brooch that Tasha has, which would increase his charisma by 1. The pry bar. And then the Amulet of Health, which would increase his max health by 1. Those are the things that Akihiro does not have that could help. But again, if Akihiro dies, those items are lost. Again, I leave this up to the chat to see how they feel. This is lore dependent. I'm screwed. I don't see how this would... Okay, I also said this with the butthole who robbed from us. If it's lore dependent, that's just a terribly built quest for Akihiro because he doesn't have any lore to begin with. Yeah, I don't want to leave you all without anything if I die in quicksand. Again, but this is the party. Maybe like, take this with you. Good luck, Akihiro. You've got this. I bequeath this. So I guess if you're carrying it, which I guess no one is playing Lord Taekwon currently to hand that over, but health may help. Charisma, unless she meets, like, the dude at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, I feel like our characters would give Aki anything to help him succeed. Maybe just, like, the brooch. Tasha's brooch. Instead of, like, Sir Jessica's glittering necklace. I don't see Akihiro as a big bling person. As to whether Aki would accept it, that's Morgan's call. All right. So well, let's see what the chat says. Who do we give? So AJ did mention the health. A point of health is pretty huge. Do we give him that? And Morgan, you could just say, no, I don't want it. You can just flat out say, no, I don't want that. Morgan's already kind of voiced, I don't want you guys to lose things, but we want you to survive. I know, what are we feeling here? And then where, oh, there's, oh, god dang it. I'm going to shift this a little bit. I keep screwing up my chat. Get the chat over here. If it is quicksand, it won't help. Yeah, but that was random, and Akihiro may have a better... Yeah, that is true. Again, up to you. Let's make a decision, guys. Let's rock. We don't know what else is in there. That's true. I'm the one who wanted to fight the golem, so don't ask me. Okay, that's true. So again, the items are charisma bump up. You're just going without anything, Morgan, just to clarify. And that's fine. Good. It's your character, and I'm sure Akihiro already feels responsible returning to the scene of the crime where Avery's getting impatient. But you're just going in. But I'm good with whatever. But I think the thing that would be most useful is that health thing, which is very valuable. Let's do this. Okay, she's going. Hopefully you can turn around. I think having like a better fighting and better like skills may be more important than health in here. Let's see. I don't know if you're gonna bleed out. It says that these caves are riddled with monsters though. All right, here we go. 154. Oh my god. If you had A77. No, I don't know what that means. You bid your companions farewell, assuring them that you'll be all right, and that you must face the coming trial alone. Reluctantly, they agree to leave, saying that they will stay in Chalice. What? Until you return to Chalice, you cannot call on any of your other party members to make skill checks, fight battles, or carry or transfer equipment. Akihiro is completely alone. Okay, retcon, do we want to give them anything? Make a note that if Akihiro dies, you should turn to 450. Okay. I'm writing that down right now. So, again, eventually the rest of the party will realize he isn't coming back and continue their adventure. Any items of equipment he was carrying at the time of his death will also be lost. Akihiro, can you just give us your coin purse? You wander the hill. Okay. What? You start with a lore check, sure enough, which you suck at. Don't turn to Tosh too soon. Okay. You're starting with a lore check, which is impossible for you to win. And I think it's impossible because we lessened your lore. Remember when we did the retcon of knocking back a stat? I am going, just because of this, and that wasn't in the rules, I'm going to let you just go ahead and roll the 2, because that was Akihiro's starting skills. And this was designed for Akihiro, so I don't care. Again, it's all about having fun and not like just doing something that you're immediately going to... It's still going to be really hard for you to roll this. You need... it's 25% chance. See, you failed anyway. You failed? So, you wander the hills for many hours, passing many small and empty caves, pondering where exactly you should be going. After a while, you sit upon a rock and enter a deep meditation. And it's not good. You find you're unable to reach a state of deep meditation, your trials pressing upon your mind. It was this lack of clarity that caused you to fail in the first attempt. Shaking your head at your own inadequacies, you decide to leave the matter, as we say the martyr, which may be true as well, to fate. Oh, but you stroll towards the hill in front of you and enter the first cave you come across. Oh my god. You entered a chamber, which is well furnished with flags and banners. It has the feel of a Chalice temple, although there's no sign that anyone actually worships here. A statue of a kneeling monk rests at the far end of the room. There are 2 exits from the chamber, each of them leading to a tunnel with stairs ascending. Gain 77, okay. Oh my god, I'm so freaking nervous. All right, 77. Suddenly you see a light coming down the left-hand stairwell. Something is coming, but it is walking softly. You cannot make out the sounds of footsteps. Do you hide or confront? What are you feeling? We just got, oh, good grief. Confront. All right, good. That's probably good. Let's see what happens here. Confront whoever is coming down the stairs. You wait boldly in the entrance until the stranger arrives. You watch as a young woman dressed in black, armed with a sword and a lantern, makes her way into the chamber. She has the sharp features of a woman from Drake Hollow, and she eyes you with some surprise. Are you here to kill me? She asks directly. No, you say honestly. Is this how you address all strangers? Most of them, she smiles. Before she attacks you? And you are, she asks. Akihiro of Chalice, and you? You yawn, she says, offering the smallest of bows in return. She sheathes her sword, tough. I take it you are here treasure hunting. In a fashion. I seek a silver idol for my master, Anu, you admit. That could be a problem. Uh-oh, says you yawn. I am not, ooh, there she is, used to sharing, and I am here to treasure hunt. You frown. You do not seek conflict with this woman, but nor can you just leave without the statue. Offer to work together. Insist on searching her bags. What you got there, Morgan? Oh, sorry. She looks kind of dope. That looks like a magic sword. I'm sure it's not, but it looks pretty cool. Take it. We'll look at 454. Offer to work together. What if we work together, you offer? In exchange, you may have all the treasure we find. That stinks. Except for the silver idol. It is all I am interested in. Okay. She looks you up and down as if judging you. So be it, Akihiro of Chalice, she says. This place is quite dangerous, and you look like you can handle yourself. There is nothing to be found in the passage I have just explored. Our only way onwards is up the west side steps. Shall we continue? You nod cautiously and follow her up the stairwell. I wonder if she betrays us and, like, stabs us in the back. All right, well, you guys can share, Mike and AJ can share the rolling of this person. 279. You make your way up the stairs, you yawn, eyeing the route cautiously. She suddenly puts an arm in front of you and tells you to stop. She draws her green-bladed sword, I want the sword, and presses down on the step before you. A blade flashes across the higher step at what would have been head height with enough force to ensure decapitation. The penitent man kneels before God! Instead, it sails harmlessly over your head. You smile and nod at you yawn before continuing onwards. You emerge into a stale-smelling chamber, roughly oval in shape, with more stairs leading upwards ahead. Within the room, you can see an impressive pile of treasure, but also something more troublesome. Uh-oh. Oh, Dragon Yak Man, what's that? Rising from the crude mattress comes a Dragon Yak Man. We've heard Dragon Yak a lot, but we have never seen a Dragon Yak Man. A scaly, bull-headed man, some 9 feet tall, hefting a great iron axe. You nod to Yu Yan to flank as you go in for the kill. Here we go. Health 15. There's just 2 of you. He doesn't attack super well. He's only going to hit maybe twice. After you attack, Yu Yan will also make an attack using 5 attack dice. She is very agile, so the Dragon Yak will focus his attacks on you. Oh, that sucks. Okay. All right. So we're going to have. I'm glad we found this person. Ooh, low defense as well. You're right. Give me. Okay, Morgan got excited. That looks like it is just 2 hits. Give me a second. I was setting some stuff up. That is down to 13. Oh crap! Sorry. Give me a second. It's on the wrong page. Starting to try to set this up here. Yeah. 13. Whoop, that is not a 31. That is 13. Not a great start for the combat there. We do have, actually, we'll have AJ and Mike roll for the Dragon Yak Man and for the, Yu Yan. So, Mike, you are up for Yu Yan. I'm just going in my order. So, Yu Yan rolls 5 attack dice. So, we have, Akihiro gets into his, like, fighting stance, kind of swings a bit, but maybe the thick hide of the beast. He doesn't penetrate the Dragon Yak armor as well. Ooh, another 2? Or is it 3? It's 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, down to 10. Not terrible. So that would be 2 more rounds at this rate. And now, AJ. This thing rolls 6 dice. We want these rolls to be below 5s. So now it is its turn. Seeing the nimble Yu Yan, it turns all of its fury upon Akihiro. Oof. Was it 4? Okay, 5. 1, 2, 3. Which is how many? That is your armor value. Maybe we should have given her that amulet of health. But you, Morgan, you do have 3 points of armor, so you can roll 3 dice. We want these to be 4, 5s, or 6s. So it does do a pretty hefty battle, a pretty hefty hit with his axe. You blocked 2 of it. That's not bad. So you guys did 5 points of damage and only took 1. That is not a bad exchange. Akihiro, you are back up to kind of counter. You are able to deflect with your shield a little bit, but beyond that, it's just a little bit too much, and the massive axe still slams into your probably just like shattering your arm with your shield a little bit, causing you a point of damage. But you do rebuttal with your a steel longsword. 1, 2, is it a 3? Defense, great hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage, knocking it down to 5. Next round, it will be destroyed unless Yu Yan, which it is AJ's turn to roll, does get in a really good hit, which all of these have to be 3 or above. AJ, roll 5d6. If these are all 3 or above, you guys take out this Minotaur Dragon Yak Man in 2 rounds before it does deliver its second round of attacks. But let's see what you got here. No. 1, 2, 3, though. Not bad. It is down to 2. If you guys would have rolled that well last round, you probably could have taken it out. Mike, you are rolling the Dragon Yak Man. The Dragon Yak Man. You are rolling 6 dice. You want them to be under 5. But the armor did hold up pretty well for Akihiro last round. Incensed the Dragon Yak Man. That's fun to say. Looks like 5 again, right? 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, 3. I don't know why I said 5. 3, same thing, Morgan. Roll your armor, and you get to roll all 3 points of armor. Let's see how you do here. Big bucks, big bucks, big bucks. Not big bucks. That sucks. God dang it. Crap. That hurts. Akihiro is halfway depleted with health. Man, I hope it doesn't come down to that amulet. But nonetheless, Morgan, roll your attacks. You just need 2 rolls of 3 or above. That stinks. That last round was painful. And then we'll move on if you win. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dead, dead, dead. Okay. Man, that sucked. That last exchange. Dude is about to be dead, though. Yeah. Okay, let's go. All right. You manage to slay the bulky creature, its thick blood leaking into the stones. Yu Yan nods to you. Impressive swordsmanship, she says. I'm pleased I made this partnership. Speaking of which, I have some treasure to gather. You watch idly as she begins to pile the silver coins and jewelry into her sack. Curious, you look inside. Uh-oh, only to see the silver idol you have been searching for peeking out of her sack. The devious looter has already found the object of your quest. Oh, whoops. Yu Yan, the silver idol is mine by the terms of our agreement. Hand it over now. I found it before we made that agreement. It is mine. Do not let this come to blows, Yu Yan, you threatened. The idol, now. Yu Yan looks crestfallen. She nods slowly, reaching into her bag. Suddenly, a shower of silver coins are hurled into your face, sending you staggering back. Yu Yan giggles and dashes up the stairs. Snarling, you go in pursuit. Survival check. Oh my god, we are getting screwed over by people. Your survival is a 7. I don't know how your cloak helps. Maybe you you use it to block this silver she just threw in your face. Collect that silver while you can. We need 3, 4, or aboves. 1, 2. Cursed again by your survival rolls. You failed. We needed 4 or aboves. We needed 3 of them. And I just see 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God dang it. So either we're going to have to fight her or we lose her. Or she gets the jump on us. You chase after her but stumble up the steps as you run. The stairs lead out the side of a hilltop, but by the time you emerge, you have lost sight of her. You curse loudly. It is unlikely she will be found. Perhaps there's some other way of finding a silver idol. Using your failure, you return to Chalice. I guess we can go back to the temple and... At least you didn't die, that's true. Shoot! God dang it. Do we go back to the... Oh, we should heal you back up. I don't think... The monks aren't going to fight you. You can go back and talk to that guy. But, because we did get a new code, so the game would know that, okay, you failed that. Do we heal you back up and then have you go at least see what's happening next? And right, you didn't die. That was the biggest fear, is that you would die. Oh, man. Us and, like, thieves. And survival checks. That stinks. You should have gotten, I guess, mathematically a 3.5. He said there was another way. Yeah, you didn't die. That feels like a huge win. And you didn't collect... Oh, my God. She threw silver at you. You should have collected it. We need that silver. So, do we heal you up? Which would be just 4. So, that would be 20. I'm going to heal you up. I'm just doing it. 377. Oof. We may need a handout from the Everchild before we know it. So, you are back to health. And, do we go back to the temple just since we're here? And just see what he says? And then we can go, and then we can start making our way to our next place. We can take a break and then come back for part 2. Attend a temple. Yeah? Is that what we're doing? We're going to see, should feel like a win, but I feel defeated. Yeah, I know. We were so close. But we didn't die. And we've learned, okay. And it's another place we marked off our list. So that's not a defeat. Yeah, we go. If you have Akihiro, we do. Here we go. If you have code A50, yes. If you have the silver idol, no. If you do not have it, but have achieved enlightenment, no. If you have neither of these things, then Anu has nothing more to say to you. So we either need to find a silver idol or find enlightenment. All right. We can try to talk. I guess the only thing left is here is I feel like last time we did not try to get audience at the Tower of Oneness with the Emperor because we're like, why? Maybe he will help the army of, he seems to be someone who would help the army of the Everchild, right? But I think that is kind of it here. We could go back to Akihiro's house, but honestly, nothing has changed. And it'll just make Akihiro feel worse. And we don't, Akihiro, again, it's all in Akihiro's head. Like, that's the problem. I wonder what would have happened if we would have just hidden and just, like, attacked that lady to begin with. Tower. Okay, let's go to the tower. Then we may not even get audience. And hopefully this guy's not a total, like, butthole and, like, flogging people. Look, here's a picture of that jerk face again. Oh, here it is. Ask to see the God King. We may not even be allowed to see the God King, but let's ask. It never hurts. Or maybe it does. Actually, it could hurt. The sister plainly informs you that the God King is not available to be seen. The stern glare she fixes suggests that it would not be easy to change her mind. If you have A20, we don't. If you have a beautiful letter, we don't. If you have A7, we do. If you have the code A7 and do not have A28, that is true. So this may be recruiting for the Everchild. We are emissaries sent by the Everchild, you say confidently. She wishes to discuss an important matter with the God King. The Everchild died 1,000 summers ago, says the sister firmly. The God King does not deal with the emissary of ghosts. This will take some persuasion. Here we go. Team check. Charisma. Convince the sister. We need a 4 or above and 5 successes. This will be AJ and Mike making this roll, I am assuming. Let's start with, let's do this dramatically and start with AJ first. AJ, you're going to be Tasha. Your charisma, you have a 4 because of your beautiful brooch. We want 4s or above. So you should get 2 out of this at least. Or 1. Tasha's just staring at Akihiro and just in anger that he returns, so she's a little thrown. But we did get 1. Ooh, we need 5. Okay. Mike. You have a charisma of 7. We need you to get 4 more. Mathematically, we're going to get 3.5. So we just need to... Oh, butts. Big fail. Big fail. All right. Do you feel better, Morgan? Everybody has failed their checks now. 744. The sister is not worldly and has not heard the rumors of the Everchild's resurrection. Fortunately, one of her kensei is more knowledgeable of current affairs and takes you aside. I have seen the young... This is going in a weird direction. I have seen the young girl you speak of, he confides. I too believe she is the Everchild of legend. You will never persuade Sister Emiko to let you see the God King, but you may enter if you challenge one of the God King's champions to a duel. I would be willing to duel one of you. God dang it. The battle must be to the death, and I must fight with all of my skill if I am to keep my oath to my God King. It seems you have little choice. Select one of your party members to duel the kensei. Lord Taekwon could do it and just cast his 2 big spells. And just, like, knock the crap out of it. It only has 9 health. Its 2 spells would do 5 dice and would do a total of 13 dice just in that alone. Which would be, the defense is 4. Mathematically, that'd be half, so 13. That would be 7 points of damage in 2 rounds. Oh boy. What are we thinking? What? That took a turn. Yikes. No kidding. I also feel like we will get their belongings back if they die. So, do we pump somebody up? For instance, if we gave Sir Jessica the steel longsword, she would have an attack of 8. Which is honestly... That's basically the ice bolt. No, excuse me, it wouldn't be an attack of 8. It would be an attack of 7, which is 1 dice less than Lord Taekwon's biggest spell. I think Jess would be best, just because her fighting skill is 1 better than Akihiro's. We give her the amulet, which would increase her health to 9. And I'm saying this because I don't feel like they're... I feel like we would get stuff back if she dies. So I think mathematically Jess has the better chance. I'm looking for anything. Just with the longsword and the amulet. Yeah, I think you're right, Morgan. I'm looking for anything else. Survival's not going to matter. Yeah, that's it. Jess would be happy to do it. Let's do it. So Akihiro, feeling even more dishonor and shame, gives Jess his sword. All right, so I'm not going to change the stats in this because it's annoying to just keep changing things. But she has the sword, so her fighting is now 7. Her health is now 9. I will bump up the 9. Okay, is there anything else that you guys can think of that we can do? I don't think we, again, this is an honorable fight. I don't think we can like cast that armor spell. This guy's attack is 6 with a 4 or above. So it's going to be doing about 3 points of damage a turn. We'll say 1.5 around. We'll just round it up to 2. It looks like she can survive 5 rounds. Morgan says, I definitely don't have it in me. Okay. But right, you guys agree we should not do the armor spell. That's seems to have little choice. Select one of your party members to duel the Kensai. Only one party member may be involved in the battle. It is a combat spell. We can't use it. Look in Soothing Touch. Yeah. Okay. All right, Mike. I will just keep track of the health. Jess bows to the Kensai, whacks her shield, dung, 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 with the flat of her sword, and charges in. Okay, Mike. I will have Morgan and AJ roll for the Kensai. Let's see what you got. We want to roll a 4 or above. You are rolling 7 dice. Oof. That is a... Oh, that's not bad. That's 3? 1, 2, 3. All right. So it is down to 6. That's pretty decent. Morgan says, I would do the armor spell just because I'm tired of losing. 3 hits. Okay, down to 6. AJ, we'll have you go first. Roll for the Kensai. The Kensai, 6 dice and hits on a 4 or above. So we want 3 or below. 6 dice with the Kensai. So again, this is like Braun fighting the really heavy armored person in the Eyrie in Game of Thrones, and that sucks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. Okay. 2 go through automatically. 3, and now you're doing... Whoops. That is not the right number. 3 go through automatically. Now, Mike, you need to roll your armor. I mean, we want these to be 4s or aboves. Really big hit by AJ there. Oh my god. This is bad, guys. Okay. That puts us to... That was an awful turn. What is it at 6? Mike, don't let me roll for bad guys anymore. Well, we know Morgan's going to roll super well next round. You're at 6. It's possible to do this in this round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does a 3 hit? Down to 2. Okay, it's down to 2. You will more than likely take them out in the next round. Morgan. Roll crappy. Roll 6 dice, please, Morgan. Oh my god. That's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That 1 goes through automatically. Mike, you need to block 1 point. You need one of these dice, Mike. Needs to be a 4, a 5, or a 6. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god! That's it. That is a dead Sir Jessica Dane. Her and her sister are both dead. No! Oh my god. Why didn't we get the choice in this? But again, no, I refuse. Bring on Flynn Rider. Oh, that's right. We've got, that's right. We've got the little swashbuckler idiot. Healing spell. I don't think we can. We'll see if it lets us. If you lose, turn to 502. Death means death typically in this game, but let's see. You're shocked as the Kensai beheads your companion in a smooth stroke of his sword. Somehow you assumed he might show mercy, but it appears the Kensai takes their vows very seriously. The party member you chose is dead. You can take any equipment you wish from their body. You are escorted firmly off the premises. Wow. I think we're going to a slave market. Okay. Okay. It looks like we're getting brash. I feel like we should have been able to say no to that fight. I do too, but we didn't. And them's be the rules. Boy. That stinks. I guess we got brash next session. At least we didn't lose her stuff, that's true. That is very true. I mean, yes, very true. And now we have to buy a new slave, which costs like 200 silver. So, that stinks. Okay, well, I know where we're going next, which is we got to go get This guy, let's read his backstory here real quick. This is like Han Solo. Oh, where were we at? What number were we at? Where were we? Shoot. Where were we? Did I scroll up that much? Oh, I can find it. Where is that ding dong at? Let's read his background here real quick. There he is. Brash. Look at this dweeb. Fighting isn't great. Stealth is pretty good. Its lore is okay. Yeah. Not crazy about... We just lost by far our best fighter. That stinks. He'll have a 4. So it's basically going to be... and he'll have a 4 if he has that good weapon. This was a major step back for us. Brash was born in Royce in the Duchy of Pendrelor, which is up to our northwest. He was a pot washer in Vasthall, the stately home of Duchess Eleanor Mantrell, but unwisely engaged in a love triangle with her and King Francis Goldwell, fleeing before he could be hung. Brash, I almost made a hung joke because of his scabbard. Brash has since lived on his wits, traveling the world to escape the king's agents. He can talk his way out of almost anything, and his ability to escape danger is second to none. Well, we could have used that this entire campaign. One day, Brash will need to sort out his mess left in Vasthall, but not until he has gained a little worldly experience. At least we keep the 7 charisma. Hanged, yeah, editor hanged. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Boo. Boo. Okay, well, I need to update, like, how our character sheets and all that crap work. So this is a great place for a break. Dang it! His fighting is 2. Sir Jessica's was 5. Again, we kept her sword and all that crap. We're gonna have to do a little bit of readjusting of crap. Again, mathematically, that last fight went awful. We should have lasted 4 rounds. That just went really bad. Like, Mike's rolls for hitting weren't great. The armor rolls were atrocious, and we rolled really well against him. That just went bad. We are just east of this cold river is just a bad place. And yeah, the dice tell the story. That's just it. And again, I appreciate how, like, punishing it is. I really do. Yeah, I wish we could have, like, been like, we didn't need to see his stats, but he's like, you can fight me if you wish, and then we could have chosen. But again, it was in our favor to win that battle. Yeah, that was just bad. I can't do the later session today, so I'll catch afterwards and see y'all next time. Oh, you can't do it in like 30 minutes, Mike? Or like, excuse me, 30, like 20 minutes? Well, I guess that's the question now. Do we want to do the next session? How are AJ and Morgan, how are you feeling? We don't have to do the next session. I'm happy to do so. Or we can kind of regroup. Nah, we have errands and such. Yeah, dude, believe me, I understand that. I'm happy that we if you want, we can take this break because we just were dealt a pretty big shiv in the kidneys here. But AJ and Morgan, how are you two feeling? I'm happy to start in about 15. I'm around, but up to you guys. Yeah, I'm good too. I just need to do some readjusting. It'll take me a while. Not a while. It'll take me like 20 minutes, and I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I should do that. But yeah, I'm happy to. Morgan, how are you feeling? I'm good to keep going. Mike, where should we go next? We can't afford our boat. Great, let's do it. Let's do it. Mike, just real quick, if you can let us know what you're feeling for, or you can just write me on Discord, what you're feeling for us to do next. Like, what the heck are we doing? Brash just wants to go where the hot people are. Okay, thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. We're in a desert, so everybody's hot. All right, on that stupid note, I will see you guys. Let's shoot for right around, like, give me like 20 minutes, so like 1:35. We'll kick in and we'll just see what trouble we get into. Dude, we should have just gone to that stupid dungeon and fought the orcs and gotten a TPK instead. All right, see you again, and until next time, which is really soon, stay dorky, my friends.